Right, so we have some new tidbits on the iPhone 13 series, right from 25-watt fast charging, 1 TB of storage, and more. So let's delve into these reports. But first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. And with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so beginning with the first report, it comes from My Drivers, a source that doesn't have the greatest credibility, but basically they say the iPhone 13 series should support 25-watt fast charging. Now yes, I know I just said the source is not very accurate, but this is not the most outlandish report in the world because right now we have 20 watts on the iPhone 12 series, and so a jump to 25 watts is pretty conservative and does seem pretty likely. Though of course do note, much like last year, Apple is not going to be giving you the actual charger in the box. You're gonna have to cough up some money to take advantage of this feature through a new 25-watt charger that Apple will happily sell you. Now I do want to mention that because we are seeing faster wide charging, that means the iPhone 13 is going to stay cooler when charging, which could allow for faster MagSafe speeds, since obviously if portless is the future, then the MagSafe charging speeds needs to catch up with the wired charging speeds, and so I can see Apple giving us 20-watt MagSafe charging at least on the bigger iPhones, and yeah, that's going to be a pretty massive improvement. And to support this, we have heard from Max Weinbach that the MagSafe coils themselves could be getting much larger with the iPhone 13 series, and so that should allow faster speeds while also reducing the heat produced, since that was a massive issue for me when I was using MagSafe. And so yes, hopefully this new version of MagSafe with the iPhone 13 could fix that too. And by the way, in case you're wondering whether your older MagSafe accessories are going to work with the iPhone 13 series, I do think there's a pretty good chance because Apple did recently release the MagSafe power bank, and that's towards the end of the iPhone 12 cycle, and so my theory is these MagSafe power banks will also work on the iPhone 13 series. That's why we did not see cases, because obviously the camera bumps are getting much larger with the iPhone 13 series. And so yes, I'm pretty confident that even with the larger coils, all your existing MagSafe accessories should work with the iPhone 13 series. And one final thing, but Max Weinbach did say that reverse wireless charging could be coming to the iPhones, and now we know the MagSafe power bank actually takes advantage of reverse wireless charging hardware in the iPhone 13, and so that does increase the chances of the iPhone 13 series getting this feature, especially with the larger batteries we're getting across the range. Anyways, let's now move on to Wedbush and their reports on the iPhone 13 series. Their accuracy rating is 69%, very nice, but that also means that they're not very trustworthy, so take the information with a massive grain of salt. Right, so the first thing they say is 1 TB is coming to the iPhone 13 Pro series. Now these guys were one of the first people to say this alongside John Prosser, but do note, TrendForce, a more credible source, did say that Apple's not giving us 1 TB on this year's iPhone. So yeah, this could go either way, but personally I think 1 TB on the Pro iPhones makes a lot of sense, since obviously Apple pushes features like ProRAW that needs a lot of internal storage. Anyways, the next thing they say makes absolutely no sense, and that is LiDAR is coming to all iPhone 13 models, and well, this has already been disproved since we have many dummy units showcasing the cameras on the new iPhones, and well, it's pretty clear that LiDAR is staying on the Pro iPhones. Now this is not a massive bummer in my opinion, because LiDAR was not that useful last year, and yes, I know we're getting portrait video that could rely on the LiDAR sensors for depth sensing, but do note, Apple has brought us bokeh features through software alone. For example, the iPhone XR had portrait video with a single camera. The new iOS 15 update gives you portrait video in FaceTime, and that's through software alone. So yes, I think we'll see portrait video across the iPhone 13 range, even if the base iPhones don't have LiDAR. Anyways, the next thing Wedbush mentions is reiterating a point Bloomberg mentioned a while back, and that is Apple's increasing production of the iPhone by 20%, because they think iPhone 13 demand is going to be very, very strong because a lot of countries are coming out of lockdown. And so, of course, as consumers go back to their normal lives, that could increase consumer spending. And so, of course, more people are willing to buy a new shiny iPhone. In fact, Wedbush says there are currently 90 to 100 million iPhone 13s being built for the initial release, and that's a lot more than the 75 to 80 million units we saw with the initial iPhone 12 release. Talking about the release, Wedbush also says that we should see the iPhone event take place in the third week of September, which is to be expected. And since iPhone events usually take place on a Tuesday, that means we should see the iPhone 13 event take place on the 14th. So yes, we are inching closer to the release, but let me know in the comments below, are you buying one of the iPhone 13 models? And if so, which one are you gonna get? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. Check out the video in the clip above on details regarding the iPad mini 6. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.